The nuns and the priests come with the holy bread and the wine to read him the last rites. He eats the bread, drinks the wine, but he's so sick he just throws it up on the floor. And the nun picks up the mess and throws it in the fire next to the old man's bed. That'll be the end of that, they reckon. But no, the bread, the host, it reforms and it floats above the fire, right in front of the priest and the nun's eyes. They go, oh my God, the miraculous piece of bread, what do we do, what do we do? Takes it out of the fire. The bread is not burnt, her arm is not burnt. Goes to the priest, what do we do with this? He goes, I don't know, it's a miracle. Let's get it investigated. So they take it to the Older Kirk, which is a 10-minute walk away, and there they investigate it. People hear about this miraculous reforming host, and people come and pay pilgrimage to it. Apparently it had mystical healing powers if you were sick or something like that. But during the investigation stage, it disappeared, not once, but twice, only to be found next to the old guy's bed. So this fireproof floating piece of bread, which goes from one side of Amsterdam to another, pretty much like the world's first ever flux capacitor. It's amazing. The priest was sick and tired of walking all the way to the Older Kirk, to the Kalverstraat, to pick up this piece of bread. So what they did, they transformed the old dude's house into a chapel, but they made it of wood, and it burnt down, not once, but twice. What survived?
The bread.
The bread, yes, everyone's still listening to me. No. Okay, so the bread survived, and that is the miracle of Amsterdam. You're looking at me just going, you knob, what are you talking about? Where's the miracle in that? Well, the whole backbone of the Catholic religion states that if you bless the bread, it becomes a part of the body of Christ, and Christ's body is holy, so it doesn't burn. This is 1345 and people would believe anything they wanted to. It had mystical healing powers, so what they did after the chapel burnt down the second time, they actually got a fireproof silver box and said, okay, we're going to leave it down the bottom of the Older Kirk, and there it will stay and people can just come to the church and pay homage to it. There it stayed for about 80 or 90 years until a thief broke into the Older Kirk one day and stole the box with the bread. No! So he's running down the canal, opens up the box, sees this mouldy piece of bread, he goes, oh, I don't want that, throws it into the canal. He's apprehended the next day and the cops go, dude, where's my box? I need my box. He goes, there you go, opens it up, no, Amsterdam's miracle bread, where is it? I threw it in the canal over there. You watch, you idiots. They actually drained the canals, and for 3 or 4 weeks people were searching the canals for this piece of bread. It is not waterproof. It's fireproof, it floats, it goes from one side of Amsterdam to another, but it's not waterproof. Stupid. And what happened to the old man? Well, it's 700 years ago, obviously he died. But the actual box itself, when it was returned, went back into an old orphanage we're going to go to now, which is now the Amsterdam Historic Museum. And legend has it that if the kids were sick, they'd sit on this silver box and the healing powers of the bread would make them all good. So if you still don't believe me, you got an itch and a rash or a flu or something like that, go sit on a silver box. The guy on crutches from Sweden, maybe you should try it, and then your leg will get better. If your leg gets better, you know I'm not talking crap. If your leg doesn't get better, you know, well, you're probably sitting on the wrong silver box. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the miracle of Amsterdam. There is a church behind that door there. I'm not allowed in there anymore because I gate crashed a wedding on my second tour and they don't like me. But there's a church, a Catholic church, whose sole purpose is to keep alive this miracle of Amsterdam that happened 764 years ago. Every year on May 12, they have a silent procession that leaves from the door all around to Kalverstraat and all the way to the Older Kirk, and they just walk around paying homage to this 700-year-old story. That's the miracle of Amsterdam. I'm very sorry, but it is shit. Okay. We're going to go see the Amsterdam Historic Museum. There are paintings of militia companies and also the 4 innocent nuns that we saw, that I was telling you about the women's prison. They're on the 3rd painting on the left. So go down there, and this is where that magical, mysterical box is to lay. So come down over this way.